Hey guys, Fox here. Today I just wanted to talk about the new Nintendo 3DS XL that came out today. This video might actually come up the day after this system came out, but anyways, it came out on February 13th. But before I get into it and talk about the system itself and its comparisons to the original 3DS XL, which is over there, I just found it interesting that Nintendo actually released very few of any of these systems. The red one and the black one, the standard colors. We all know the Majora's Mask version was very limited and sold out within minutes online. Same goes with the Monster Hunter 4 edition, which was a GameStop exclusive. Now, what I found interesting was that when we went to the store, I particularly picked this one up at Target, or rather my wife did, but when she told me that she went there about half an hour before the store opened, there was about 10 folks in line. When she got there and she picked this up, this was the second to last system they had. They only got one red one and they got 10 black ones. And that was it. Just to fill my curiosity later in the day, I called a bunch of different retailers throughout the city. GameStop, Walmart, Best Buy, all those guys. And it was only 11 o'clock in the morning. All gone. All sold out. GameStop checked. Sold out in the entire state. I'm thinking, really, why? You would think Nintendo would release a bunch of these, get more hardware out. I mean, these black ones and the red ones should be common. They should be all over the place. They should be readily available. If somebody wants to pick up a new Nintendo 3DS XL, then they should be available. So this is just an ongoing trend with Nintendo apparently lately. I know a bunch of fellow YouTubers are talking about Nintendo and doing their limited releases of games, special editions of systems, special editions of games, the amiibos. I don't know. But anyways, I guess I'm done ranting about Nintendo's creation of demand. Let's get into this system here. The box is actually considerably small. It's even smaller than what the original 3DS XL boxes came in, which I thought were fairly small to begin with. And one thing that they saved room on, obviously, is if you look down here, AC adapter not included. Interesting move. I guess Nintendo rolled the dice on that. If somebody is buying one of these, they probably already have a 3DS, which is probably mostly true, but I also heard that finding power adapters for, the 3DS, the DSIs and stuff like that, they all use the same power adapter, but finding that power adapter right now is seeming to be a bit difficult because there's not enough of them out there to be sold, especially when a new buyer's coming out and saying, I gotta buy myself the new 3DS XL. Crap, I gotta buy the AC adapter. Oh, there are none available. So I get to open the box, play my new 3DS XL for 2 hours, and then it's a brick until I can find an adapter. Now granted, there's probably plenty of adapters on that, and that probably only affects 5 to 10% of the people who are buying these things, but anyway. The system itself. So, the new Super Stable 3D, otherwise the head tracking system that is on the top camera, front-facing camera, will track your head in 3D. So now you can move the system around and it will track you, so the 3D follows your head, so you don't have to keep the system perfectly still in front of you. So that's pretty cool, especially for the folks that are really into the 3D. Me, it is neat, but I mostly play my games in 2D, so Not a huge deal. The NFC adapter that's in the bottom touchscreen, that's cool. So now we can use our amiibos there and any other future NFC tech that Nintendo decides to use with it. We got the C-stick over here, which is a little plastic nub that acts as a secondary analog stick. Probably mostly going to be used for camera control and stuff like that in games. Yeah, the new processor that's in it, so it's faster, allows games to load up quicker. The browser's more efficient, I guess you could say. Yes, there's some aesthetics changes. I know the game card slot's on the bottom. The volume slider's over here on the left on the top screen now. I've also heard that the speakers are far improved. They sound better, or a little louder. That the top LCD screen seems to be better from some reviews and stuff that I've been reading about and watching. That it's a little sharper, a little better contrast ratio than the previous model. So yeah, there's a little picture of it. Now that we're done looking at pictures of the damn thing, give me a second here and I'm going to pull it out of the box. Alright guys, got everything out of the box here, and there's not much to it. So you have the instruction booklet here for the new 3DS XL and the AR cards. One thing I've noticed here is that we don't have any Club Nintendo points, which honestly isn't a surprise, since long before the release of this they announced that they were discontinuing Club Nintendo. But that's unfortunate. No extra points to get some extra goodies from Club Nintendo. That's alright. And then we have the system itself. So here we go. Nice metallic black kind of reflection. I like it. It's pretty nice. Let's see here. Let me get this plastic out of the way. We'll take a closer look here. So we got the cameras right here. We got the little LED indicator. We have the new ZR button and the ZL shoulder buttons there. Could be used for some other applications. You got the infrared blaster there, so for communications, charging port, and looks like a little lanyard hole. On the bottom we have the game card slot. The headphones is in the middle, which I approve of. I like that better, because on the original 3DS XL it's over here on the left, and sometimes my left hand would just be resting against it, and I wasn't comfortable with that. Like, I didn't want to mess up the jack or anything like that. The stylus is on the bottom. Not sure if I'm going to be comfortable with that or not, to be honest. I'm quite used to having the stylus on the right side of the system, so it'll take some time getting used to that, because I'm sure I'll be constantly reaching on the right side of the system to pull out the stylus, but that's okay. We got some more LED indicators for wireless and power, and the power button is on down here. Interesting. So, and another thing is, which I'm not going to do right now, but you take the screws off here, and there's a micro SD slot behind this shell right here that you can put in. No longer using the SD card. They went with the micro for space saving, I'm sure. But yeah, so before I pop it open, we can kind of do a size comparison here. So putting these together, you can see that it's slightly larger than the old 3DS XL. Just by lengthways, it feels like it's the same width, almost perfect, but it's negligible difference there, guys. So it's not quite as round, it's more flat, it's sleeker, it feels really good. It's really a good feel to the system. I like smooth, but it's not glossy enough. Well, I stand corrected, you got fingerprints all over the place on here, but No biggie, you know. Open her up, and so we have the new camera here that tracks your head for the improved 3D, and right next to it, I believe that is a infrared light, you know, so if you're in low light situations, the camera could still be able to track your head for the improved 3D following capabilities. I got the stereo speakers with the volume slider over here and the 3D slider over here. One thing that I liked about this is, and it was almost better on the new 3DS, which the Americas did not get, which I'm kind of sad about. I was kind of looking forward to seeing a new 3DS, but they had the color-coded buttons over here instead of just A, B, X, Y. They were the red A, the yellow B, the green Z, and the blue X. They still kind of follow that just by coloring the letters themselves, but on that normal new 3DS, the whole button was that color. We got the C-stick nub right there. Start select. There's our mic port, a home button, the D-pad, and the circle pad. So yeah, that is the new 3DS XL, gentlemen. Please feel free to leave a comment about your thoughts on Nintendo's creation of demand here lately by not releasing enough product to meet the demand. I find it very interesting, and sometimes I find it frustrating, especially for a collector like myself who just loves to play the games, and you know, having a hard time just trying to find what I want. You know, what I want to play and what I want to collect. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching.